Welcome back, everybody, to the daily show where I'll be doing technical breakdown on overall stock market. So before we get started, please hit that like button, and that is greatly appreciated. And if you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. Now, if you want to get these types of trade ideas that we just took recently, Starbucks, you can see this one. Then we got Dow Jones that we took, Amazon calls from December 16th, and this one is flying today. We took profit on that play. Here's DIA that we got in second time at near 485, 480 puts. And this one also paid. You can also give me a follow right here on X. If you're on there, you can ask me a question, anything you like right here. You'll get a quicker response right here on X. Now, if you're really serious about trading and you want to get these types of trade ideas, and there are many, I'm just sharing like three here, definitely check out my link down in the description for Patreon. And now let's get right into the market. All right, so welcome back, everybody. What a day in the market. Well, AMU, they had their earnings and the stock is up massively, but we had the CPI data. Now, people that actually were watching President Trump last night, including myself, we already knew that this was coming because he kind of hinted at the end that, I'm going to bring the price down and I'm going to bring it down fast. And that means what? The CPI numbers will be low. And today, even though it's not showing everything, it came in really lower than expectation. You can see, trust these numbers. Economists see a lot of flow in delayed CPI report showing downward inflation. So I mean, the market liked it, market went higher, and the result you can see right on my screen. Well, Dow gave back 0.25% up. Right now it's 3:15 p.m. Nasdaq up 1.48%, gave back a little bit. It was up over 2%. We also had calls on this thing right here, and this thing paid. S&P up 0.91%, and Russell going up 0.76%. 11 sectors. What do we have here? Consumer cyclical, and that's because Tesla and Amazon both are green. Communication services, Google up, Meta up. That's happening. Technology led the way. Technology took a massive hit yesterday. And guess who's on bottom? Well, energy, consumer defensive, real estate, healthcare, and these are the sectors that are actually in the red today. Stock market map, well, you'll see a total different picture. Everything else pretty much slightly green to red or flat, I would say. But look at right here. Nvidia up 1.76%. We got AMU up. It was up actually, I think 15, 16%. Microsoft 1.69%. Apple pretty much flat for the day. We got Google up 1.70%, Meta up 2%, Tesla up 3.67%, and Amazon, the cyclical names are up, and that's why the market is still up. What do we have on the deck tomorrow? We had the CPI today. Tomorrow we have Michigan consumer sentiment and existing home sales. So we'll see how that actually works going into tomorrow. That's also a big thing to watch come tomorrow morning. Fear and greed index. Again, sitting right here on fear, and the readings we're getting 43 right now, even with the rally still sitting on fear. So are we about to see a center rally? Let's see where S&P 500 is going. Let's talk about it, guys. All right, so S&P 500 here on SPY ETF is actually up 0.90%. We saw a bit of a pullback into that 50-day moving average. You can see it's sitting right at really close to 675. Also, we're struggling at that overhead supply here. You can see that 679 to 680 was rejected here. Once again, rejected today. And candle wise, as of right now, we got a doji type of candle off the lows, pretty much holding right in the middle. So we have some data coming out tomorrow. And if you look at this hourly time frame, it looks pretty good, especially when you look at this last candle right here, that 674, 675, pretty much holding right here. You can see, and this could be an inverse head and shoulder if this actually takes out that 680 range within next maybe couple sessions on this hourly time frame. But you can see even this recent candle, this hourly candle, that's going to get closed in within next 40 minutes. We're getting a hammer type candle. We had one here and some consolidation you can see, and now it's trading around 678. So when we get closer to closing, uh, if this thing pushes higher and maybe gets that closing over 680, that would be really bullish and bulls are going to be back on. Now, if this thing does not get over 680 and somehow we close over that critical zone right here, and that's actually right about here, that 674 and the 50 days. So 50 days sitting at 675, and then we have this top which can act as a support. So around that 674, 675, it's holding. That's still, I would say, I would give benefit of the doubt to the bulls. But if we close under that level once again today, we got still 40 minutes left here in the trading session, then definitely this was just an attempt to move back in here on top of this, where we had a lot of trading, and now this is acting as a resistant here, overhead supply, and it's just not getting through. If we get under that level once again, like we did yesterday, there will be definitely more selling. And I'm talking about not only 670, we could be going down to like 665 and even lower. But if we can stay over the 50-day, I think you know that would look more bullish than bearish. And once we get over 680, there will be some upside here on S&P 500. So watch out. I mean, so far it's holding up okay. It's not crazy, but I would like to see it, especially if you're a bull. You would like to see this, especially when you look at right here. Let me just show you guys what's going on here. So when you draw a line here and you see that we're still not over this box, if we can go inside this box, then yes, bulls are back on, and we could be going for that all-time high again, maybe even 700. But as of right now, I mean, we're rejecting right at that level. This overhead supply, just it's a big one to break and go inside this zone now. That would be critical, but I hope we can do that come tomorrow with Michigan consumer sentiment, or maybe even end of the day today. On Triple Q, well, we got same story. It's up 1.61% and a lot of back and forth. As a matter of fact, if you look at my screen, this was the hourly chart. And if you look at my screen, we have that inverse head and shoulder here. This was the zone that yesterday was holding, and then we had the breakdown. What happened? Boom, 600 came, right? And now we gapped up and moved higher. It just consolidating here, and looks like we already got up to that critical zone on daily time frame, that 613, and rejected. So if we can get over 613, game on for a move 617 and even higher. If we cannot get over that and we close somewhere here, we need to stay over, no matter what happens, we need to stay over that 607 zone. If that's out, we could be going lower down to that 600 level, and maybe even 594 to even 590 here on Qs. On Dow, it's up 0.29%. So Dow was up again, back up to previous all-time high right here again. And this is where I actually took puts yesterday. You guys saw that at the beginning of my video. And we took profit even yesterday. And I'm holding some right here, but that is green. I'm just holding as a hedge as of right now, because you never know. I mean, this thing has a gap. It makes sense. We got Qs coming down, SPY coming down and filling those gaps. At the same time, this one also gapped up from here. So who knows? This thing pulls back and maybe comes down here to the gap and closes this gap. That would be huge profit, and that's why I'm still holding some, but it's not underwater. So that is great, and I can just get out if this thing breaks over that high right here, that 485 zone. So Dow here, pretty much flat for the day. 480 holding and 484.44 not breaking. If we can get over that, it's heading back up to that 489, 490, maybe even a brand new all-time high. And this one actually looking good. I mean, if you look at it, it's just bull flagging, but so far no break to the upside yet. But 480 gives up, which it did like twice already, or three times. Then there will be downside all the way down to 476, and then this gap comes into play. On IWM, it's up 0.79%, so barely up on the day. Came back up, did not even retest this previous high right here, just over 252, and just going sideways. So this key zone 248 has to hold. We do have confluence from this rising 20-day right there at 248, but underneath that, bears will take over and this thing will come down to 245 and it can go much, much lower. And I'm talking about like 240s, even 237. To the upside, we need to take this out and we need to trade over this level 252. Only if that happens, you're going to see possibly a retest of previous all-time highs. Otherwise, that's not going to happen, especially if we're trading below 248 right here on IWM. All right, so on VIX, it's down just over 6%, but it's not quite down here where I'll be really careful that market can't go any higher. But again, it's in this zone, guys, in this zone where we see spikes. And pretty much even today, this thing had a little bit of run up right here, but we cannot get over 18 bucks. And that is what I'm watching going forward, especially into New Year. I think we're gonna get some sort of a center rally. What we got today was, at least a start. And if this continues, so far, Bitcoin and Ethereum are definitely not participating in that rally. We just got one green day. Well, at least getting one green day as of right now because we still have a couple of minutes left. And market nowadays, I mean, it only takes like 30 seconds for the market to wipe everything out and go completely red for the day. So I'm not gonna, brag about it too much. That market is green. Who knows, if it stays green or not, come, to the closing time. So VIX here, I would still be careful in this market, especially this thing. We saw a lot of volatility yesterday, but we cannot cross 18. It was surprising that, market actually went lower and this thing would not get over 18. Like I would like to go and buy stuff with more confidence when this thing is trading at like 20, 22. Like, okay, I can start buying. Maybe it gets higher and then I start buying even more, especially when it gets to the upper Bollinger Band or even gets over that level. But VIX is not doing that, which is really rare. And that's why we still got to be really careful in this market because, yes, it's here, but guess what? This zone here is critical where VIX can spike easily up to 1820. And if that happens, well, the party is going to be over. That little rally that we saw based on those CPI numbers can get wiped out immediately, guys. So watch out. If this thing holds 16, we might get to see a break over 18. But so far, unchanged, nothing really happening. But for the day, it's down over 6%. We have a dollar. What is the dollar doing? Well, you can see dollar also in the green, not by much, but you can see it just holding up. So a dollar also on the rise, but again, it's not doing much. Watch out if this thing completes this double top pattern, we could be coming down even more. Then we got silver. Again, today silver was up pretty much all day and then gave back some of those gains. You can see came down and now trading just over that critical support 58.51 and it held. So who knows if this thing drops even more, possibly down here because these things are super, super overbought. And I think very soon you're going to see a pullback, especially here on silver. And who knows, maybe even on gold. These things will come back within maybe next couple of weeks. We're gonna see some sort of a decent correction on these. So that's all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. What do you guys think about that CPI numbers that we got? And I'll definitely keep you guys updated going into tomorrow for the weekend.